Hey guys, this is Mel. If you're listening to this, you are about to hear a super special sneak peek of our latest bonus episode, but fair warning, this is just a sneak peek, don't hurt us. It's totally optional to subscribe, but if you're interested, you can check out our Patreon by searching Significant Lovers Patreon online. Hope you enjoy.
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray?
Today we're talking about someone related to American politics who's been in the headlines a bit. His father, the current president of the United States of America, Joe Biden. And who are we talking about today, Mel?
We are talking about Hunter Biden. He is a controversial character in modern day American politics. He's not really into politics. Well, he's involved in politics himself, but he's never held a government position. So it's kind of interesting that he's like such a controversial character in our Discord about, Republican versus Democrats. I will say I'm not going to get into the politics surrounding him.
Right.
And I also am not going to really talk about the political scandals because there's just too much. But Hunter, you should know if you don't live in the United States or if you don't keep up with it, he has a lot of addiction problems, and I think in Hunter's point of view that is very much exploited in order to make Joe Biden look bad. It's a very common saying called "Where's Hunter?" Especially among conservatives, like kind of as target for like his different scandals that he has. Hunter definitely thinks that he's a scapegoat for a lot of things. I don't know whether that's true. I don't know whether Hunter is a reliable narrator. I question it a little bit after reading his memoir. But yeah, he's very much scrutinized. And I do sympathize for him a lot because he's gone through a lot in his life. He has a lot of internal demons, and he's probably someone that should not be in the public eye the way that he is, and I don't think that probably helps him at all.
So who is the other person we're talking about today in the relationship?
This has to do with his relationship with his brother's widow.
Wow.
His brother, Beau Biden, sadly died in 2015. He was really, really, really close with his brother. And soon after his brother's death, he ended up having an affair with his brother's wife, Hallie.
Wow.
Hallie, I will say, I feel bad because in this episode, it was very hard for me to learn a lot about her as an individual. She's a very private person. So I didn't learn that much about her apart from her involvement in this story. So I'm going to take a little...
sometimes.
I'm going to take an unconventional path. Like, I'm going to just talk about Hunter until we get to when Hallie enters the story. But she was married to Beau Biden for a number of years. And this story, honestly, is a little bit more about... Like, yes, it's about the relationship between these two, but it's mostly about the bond and the love between these two brothers and how that eventually turns into this relationship.
I was just going to say that has definitely happened on this show, that sometimes there's one person in the relationship that we cannot find much about. Reminds me of the Neil Armstrong episode where we were just kind of like, his wife, I don't know. We don't know much about her besides like where she was born and such. So yeah, I'm sure you'll have a little bit more than that, but I'm intrigued. I mean, it's crazy. It's that story. It's really sad, but it also is super intriguing. I think because of how scandalous it is kind of like something you would read about in a book or in a movie or honestly something I would do on The Sims or something. But it is tragic. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it all went down. I don't really know all the details, though.
Yeah, I feel like the Biden family in general, their story, like they just had so much happen to them. And I feel like it probably is like a psychologist's dream. Like there's just
Oh my gosh.
so much that connects, and like you can really see the different parallel between different things. And I'm sure in however many years there will be like a Crown type TV show about this family, because there's just a lot going on.
Wasn't there some show that was about like first ladies or something?
Oh, was there?
I didn't even watch it, and I don't think it made much of a splash, but it would be kind of cool if they had like a Crown type show about the presidents.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that would be really... I'm surprised they haven't done that.
I know. I mean, they'd have to change the cast like every season, and I don't know if they'd do
Yeah.
all of them, but...
I mean, that's a lot of seasons that they could do. Maybe just the main ones, like George Washington.
Yeah.
I guess it would just be a very different vibe between the different time periods, but...
It would be. I think it could
That'd be
still be
cool.
cool, though. I mean, that would be really fun if it started with George Washington and then it got all the way up to like modern times.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
I'm shocked they haven't done that. They really should.
I know. Putting it out there.
Before we get into the episode, should we give a shout out to our latest patrons?
Yes, we should. All right, I will have to stop the episode right there. Thank you so much for listening to the teaser. If you want to hear the full episode and many other bonus episodes, you can find them on Patreon. You can search Significant Lovers on the website or download the Patreon app. It works a lot like regular podcast listening apps. And we have tons of other couples on Patreon to listen to. So thank you so much for listening and supporting the show, and we'll get back together next week.